Hey, I'm Jay, and this is
Hey, Stuart.
Stu. So we've known each other about 20-some years, and what we started to do here is to take moments in life that kind of trigger deeper thoughts, and we have a conversation about what we might learn about God from that. Maybe what God's showing us, or something to that effect. And it's not all resolved, it's not all perfectly processed, but we're just going to start the conversation. So today we have something interesting. This is a clip from American Idol, where someone tries out in front of 4 judges, and they're not as good as they hope they are. So take a look.
What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing I Feel the Earth Move by Carole King.
All right, off you go.
I feel the earth move, fall on my feet. I feel the sky come falling down. Emotions, something I can't contain. I
All
feel
right.
my heart.
Thank you. How do you think you did?
Not too shabby.
Marks out of 10?
Like, out of a 1 to 10 scale, how do you think I did? 8.
All right, Mary. Honestly, one of the worst I've ever heard in my life.
The worst?
Yeah, honestly. What made you audition for this competition?
All my friends told me that I was an awesome singer.
What? Mary, you can't sing a note. I mean...
Okay, so that was that.
Back up a second.
Okay. You're witnessing 2 things happen at once in this clip. You're witnessing someone hearing a truth they did not expect to hear. Mm-hmm. And that truth shuts down a significant hope that they had in their life. The one that really gets my attention is this: what her friends have told her and whether they really are her friends or not because of that. But let's explore just for a minute this whole friends telling each other truth, because I think it's vital. And did you have any thoughts on that particular element of it? Whether they're really friends based on what they told her?
I think they are friends, and maybe they're just misguided as she is.
Okay.
But maybe they said, "Oh, you're good," just to pacify her.
Okay.
Just
yeah,
to
right,
just
right.
to say, "Oh yeah, you're a good basketball player," or you're
Yeah, right.
you're a good singer, or whatever. So you have to wonder if something, Jay, you're a bad singer.
Right.
Would that end our friendship?
Right. I think that's
And
the
if
crux of the issue.
And then you have to wonder,
So it really gets us...
stability of our own friendship.
Right. This clip, what it really does do is it gets us to the nature of friendship, where what you communicate to each other does not put the friendship on the line. But what does it take to get us there? What does it take to get any of us in that place where not only where we will receive it, but then maybe maturing into the point where we hunt it down and say, what else can you tell me?
She has to open up herself to her friends. They have to accept that. And then she has to be willing to receive the truth, the cold hard facts.
So I remember one day when I was with friends and playing basketball, and one guy turned and said, you just won't stop talking. And he was not a friend. Jacob was his name.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Jacob now. But it was kind of a pot calling the kettle black, so it was hard for me to hear it. But then somebody else later that day said the same thing. Man, all you do is talk. You need to shut up. And I remember for the first time in my life, I remember where I was driving, and I remember having a thought, okay, so what if all of that's true? That was the first time I experienced actually God's love in the middle of all that. It was like Jesus looked at me and said, so, I'm not going anywhere. Doesn't bother me. And I didn't say to him, well, why'd you make me this way? I just said, okay, well, if you're okay with it, and I can grow and get better, I guess, all right. He's right there going, no, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, you do talk too much, and I like you, and I'm not going anywhere. There was just a sense of, for the first time, kind of pulling it back and discovering, there he is. I don't know does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Generally, we kind of have this thing where we will put the relationship on the line.
Correct.
If somebody says, I don't like the way you do that. And what I found is the more cherished friendships, as I get just a tiny bit more sure of myself and how God feels about me, then I begin to branch out a little bit more into those relationships where somebody will say, you look fat in those jeans kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, somebody will actually say, and they say, because they're no longer judging who I am, they're just giving me information.
That's correct.
And I think that's one of the keys. They're not judging me. You know, that's one of the things that characterizes a really good friendship, I think. Then they've decided how they feel about you. Now, I'm just going to tell you, don't wear that or whatever, that kind of thing. It's not a good look. So,
and it's also, I mean, with our friendship, I mean, how many times have we've had these conversations? But how many times have you sent me something and go, "What do you think?" And I've thought about hitting pause and go, "Oh, it's okay," but then at the same time, I've fired back. I'm sorry, but that just is not.
It's got to be better.
Yeah, it's got to be better.
And I have actually found that.
And
like
that's good because I've realized that it doesn't affect our friendship.
No, right.
You know, because we still enjoy each other's company, and so I think at the same time it just makes us better.
Right.
Because now I feel comfortable to say, Jay, what if we did this? And I'm not settling for anything. You know, the bar keeps getting raised,
right?
And so we keep on pushing each other to a higher level, to a higher expectation, a higher standard.
And I think that's what Jesus is doing with his disciples. Mm-hmm. I wish people could experience that, some sort of, all right, I'll be honest and vulnerable in front of God and allow him to speak truth to me and invite him to. When we have that in relationships, it's actually exciting and we become better. Mm-hmm. That's what a relationship with God is supposed to look like too, where he encourages us, where he knows us, and he challenges us, where you have all three of those. Yep. Thank you. Enjoyed it. This is a fun conversation. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Like and subscribe. I'm kidding. That's what my boys do when they do a video.
Well, you should. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so if you have any thoughts, leave a comment at the bottom. Tell us what you think. Thank you. We'll see you next time.